Right. Hello, everyone. Give me a second to make sure everything's working right here. All right. We are streaming live on Facebook. Yes. So give me like 2 shakes. And I'm going to get started right away. Right. Okay. All right. Okay. How's everybody doing this Saturday morning? Hope you're all doing good. So as Malik said, my name is Chae. I teach here in Laurel, Maryland. I'm on the PG County side, just in case you were wondering. So, yeah, I've lived in Laurel since the beginning of 2018. So I really like it here. People rag on this place a lot, and I don't care. I really like it here, and I actually really love PG County. I think there's a lot of art offerings. So I'm really glad to be a part of the upcoming cultural and art advances, especially now with the current time. So I am also streaming this on Instagram Live. So just give me 1 second to start that. All right, perfect. So today we will be doing Son Cubano, which is a Cuban dance that originated around the 1800s in Cuba, which in the northeast part of Cuba is not really like a set year, but it's a very elegant dance that kind of came a long way from other dances that came before it, like danzonete, danzon, where they were very much European influenced. And they didn't have any hip movement. There wasn't any sort of flavor, sabor, as Cubans would say. There wasn't any sabor in the dance. So they developed the shoulder movement, the hip movement, and they created their own dances. So it was a mix of those things, and then it became song, right? So I'm going to be showing you a song, what we call a shine or a footwork pattern today. And I'm going to also be showing you different movements, different musicality, and also body movement technique with it. So I'm going to go ahead and change the song really quick. We're going to have a quick warm up just to get us loose. All right. Hello, everyone on Instagram. So I'm going to turn the music up really quick. You all let me know if you can hear or can't hear. I'm going to be monitoring the chat just to make sure. All right. Okay. So we're going to start with our neck. All right, just side to side, ear to shoulder. Shoulder, you can look right, look left. Right, left. Right, left. Turn into a roll. And when you come forward, you can lift your arms, hang forward. Now the other way. So one more. So now we're all, so starting with our shoulders. Just doing a very slow shoulder roll here, loose on your shoulders. Now forward. 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 Now movements. So we're going to do a forward shoulder movement. So just straight forward. And then we can go into tempo. Bop, 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 bop. All right. In 3, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Bop, bop, bop. So that's the basic basic shoulder movement is song. When you're doing an isolation like this, it's going to be a little bit more than you would if you were dancing. Now torso, here. So side to side. I'm pulling back my shirt so you can see. So no shoulder movement at all. To the side. So faster. In 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what we call isolation. Now hips. So just a light hip swing. Slow. And then faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right. Let me just pause the music really quick. All right. So that's just to get us warmed up. I always like to do a quick warm up, especially, you know, we all probably just got up a few hours ago, so it'll help us loosen those muscles and also to introduce you to some of the body movement concepts that you would see in song. All right. Give me 1 second while I adjust my technology here. And I will. Okay, cool. Okay. So first, I want to introduce you to the song steps. So the nice thing about song in relation to like salsa, casino, the dance that then evolved from song, is very uncomplicated, at least in my opinion. It's not a whole lot of steps, and I love it because it's very elegant in its simplicity. And I'm going to show you some of the basic steps that we use in song. Okay. So the first is your basic, what we call paso de son, step of song, right? Today we're going to be primarily operating on our left, but in song, you would actually prep on the right in order to start the step, right? So, so if you're counting 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, that's the rhythm. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So when you're stepping, when you're prepping, excuse me, you're stepping on 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That's the prep step. When you do the song step, and I'm going to do this facing you, and I'm going to face the back so you can see my feet. When you're doing song, 8, and then you're going to bring your big toe to your heel. 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to step to the other side. 6, 7, 8. Right? So you're going to, there's a weight change in there. It's probably not as visible on camera, but I'm going to emphasize, I'm going to overemphasize it so you can see. So I said 8, that's our prep. 2, 3. So I put my foot back, front, front. Okay? So, or more back, front, side. That's probably more accurate, right? So I want my weight shifted from the back foot to the front foot in order to make a step to the other side. So let me go from 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Then you're gonna step 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So I'll go over the arm movements and stuff like that as we go on. I just wanted you to get the footwork right first. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. So when you do a paso de son, this is your basic. If you were dancing in partnership, you would be doing this side to side, right? So it would look something like this. It's very much a side to side kind of dance. When you do, so the next step we're going to do is a step that you mostly recognize, which is we call it a tumbao step, or your salsa basic forward and back. There's a few different names for it. In the song timing, though, you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That was familiar, right? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So if you've ever done salsa at all, like even in a Zumba class, you've seen this step. It's just a different timing. So you'll hear people say you're dancing on 1 or on 2. That's more salsa centric. So some people would say that doing this step is similar to dancing on 2. It is not, even though I'm counting that way. I could go on and on about that, but they are not the same. Let's just leave it at that. So we have that. So now to transition between the 2 steps, so we were on our basic 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. To transition 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So 8 comes forward, and then you start the tumbas. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Now the same thing goes for if you want to go back to your song step. So you were here, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Back to song, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 is to the side, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So I just want to make sure I cover the transitions between the two because we're going to be doing that as part of the routine. So always think of 8 as your preparatory step. Make sure that you could theoretically, I can go 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. It's almost like more natural if I know that's what I'm going to do to just step to the side because it's prepping me for what I'm trying to do. All right. So the next thing is more of a figure, if you will, than a step. It's a side step, and you're traveling from one direction to the other. So this is my right. And so in case whatever it looks like on your screen, this is my right side. Okay. So we're going to be traveling. There's not a formal name, at least that I've heard, for this. So we're traveling to the side. So let's say we were going from our tumbao step that we just did. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We're going to bring our left foot in to meet our right. 2, 3, 4. And then to change sides, you're going to drop down. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Let me show that again. I'm going to move a little bit to my left so that you can see this. All right. And don't worry, I'll do the whole thing from the back side too. So we said 8, bring our left foot in, 2, 3, 4, and then drop down. 6, 7, 8. Now I'm kind of doing it in a more finite way. If you were really just dancing normally, you could make that as many as you want. The thing to keep in mind though is when you go from one side to the other, it's not going to be symmetric. So it's not going to be the same amount of iterations to one side over the other, right? So we only really did like 1.5, so to speak. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Now the next 2 will be on our left. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. And then you would finish out 6, 7, 8. Or 6, 7, 8 back into the song. So this can be, the end of that walk could be the transition to something else, right? It depends on what it is you're doing after that. So if you're going 2, 2, 3, 4, you get to go 6, 7, 8 to a tumbao. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Or you can go 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then your weight kind of stays on your right side. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So that's a couple of ways to transition between doing one or the other. The last thing I'm going to show you is what we call rombo, like rhombus, or diamante. I've heard la cruz. So I've heard a few different names for this same step. If you've ever danced the American rumba, this step will look kind of like a box step. It's a similar concept. So let me show you. So we're going to go 2, 3, 4. This is crossing your left over your right. 2, step back on your right. 3, step back on the side. 4, and then you're gonna step back on your right, 6, and then step left, 7, 8. So let me go through it again. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And one more time. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. You want to try to keep your feet as close together as you possibly can, right? So you don't want to make it so that you're not taking up a whole lot of space here. I mean, you could. I mean, if you're in a space like what I have, you can, hey, do what you want. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. But generally speaking, this is done small. All right. So those are the steps. So let me show you a quick overview from this side. This is my left-hand side. This is my right-hand side. Okay. So let me just make sure I'm positioned right. So starting with our Paso de Song. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Tumbao 6, 7, forward. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, sidewalk. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. Oh, I forgot the rumble. Rumble step. So we said 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Crossing the left in front of the right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. So does anybody have any questions before we move on? I'm monitoring the chat. All right. Cool beans. Okay. Let's take a sip of water here. Okay. So those are your 4 basic steps. Now, you'll see a lot more nowadays that they're incorporating a lot more figures from Casino into this dance. That was not the case when this dance was originally contrived. It was very simple. It wasn't really that complicated. That's what made it so nice. All right. So let's go ahead and practice what we've done to some music. I want to make sure that, oh, Javier, yes, I will definitely keep that on my feed for sure. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and practice some of those steps. You let me know if you can or can't hear me throughout. I'll always be doing audio, video checks throughout this class. All right. All righty. Okay. I want to point out that when you're dancing to song, you're dancing to the clave. So it's going to sound like this. So when you do the step, all right, so just to give you not every song has a clave, but most of them do, okay? So let's start with our basic, all right? 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. You can add some arm variations here. So you can put one arm out. So ladies are gonna have open fingers. All right, guys are gonna have like a closed, loose fist. Ah. Tumbao step. So you can keep your arms relaxed here. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Bam, bam, bam. again, make sure we have that transition. 2, 3, sidewalk. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Basic. All right. Rumble. E. 6, 7, 8. Front, side, step. Back, step, step. Okay. Front, step, step. Back, step, step. Okay. From the back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. You add the arms here. You add the arms upwards. E. Or you just keep it simple right in the center. Forward and back, involve. E. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. E. 2, 3, 4. Sidewalk. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Basic. All right, let's do that one more time. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Rumble set. E. Front, side, side. Back, side, side. Front, side, side. Back, side, side. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Back to basic. You can literally mix this up however you want. You sweep your arm across. Let me show that to the front. So I'm sweeping. Guys can do that too. You add that extra kind of chest jerk. Wow. So guys tend to stay more centered. All right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, basic. So ladies, you can put your arm. Forward and back. So you're gonna add that on the sidewalk too. Sidewalk. It's gradual. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you see that? You can literally customize it as much as you want. So there's so much styling. That's what makes it, gives it that sabor, right? Cool, cool, cool. Oops, sorry, it went a little bit ahead there. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm also checking the chat box and everything, just making sure everything's still working okay. And looking for any questions. So the thing about Som is that, again, it's very much very simple, and it's very easy to kind of customize to whatever body movement that you want to add to it. Okay, so I was just sharing already, and we're back. All right, so now for the actual shine, right? So I told you before, we're doing a shine pattern or a footwork pattern. Let me see. I'm looking at the chat here. I see the little, easy for you to see. Okay, all right, perfect. So I'll make sure I go forward and back so that you can see, because some of the styling things are kind of hard to see from the back. So when I was doing the sweep, right, it's kind of hard to see. That's different than this. This is more of a placement, right? Let me just make that clear. This is a placement out, and it's gradual. You don't want to go boom, bum, bum, boom. It's not that robotic, okay? 8, 2, 3, 4. Your arms transition at the same time as your feet, right? So you don't want to go 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Also, with this dance is very much about flow and very graceful energy. So what you don't want to end up doing, you don't want to start going like this. I've seen people dance song like this. It's very, stiff looking almost, very robotic looking. You don't want to look like that. What you want to, and it takes a little bit of practice, right? So you're not gonna, it's not a concept that you're gonna master from the first time. You want to make sure that that you eventually get that transition of steps, right, from side to side. You want to think of your movement as continuous. So not really start and stop. Boom, boom, boom. That's robotics. Bam, 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 bam. You want to have them flow together, right? Have them flow together. Okay? So for our shine, so we're going to start with one paso de son to the front, right? To starting with our basic. I will show this in both perspectives, front and back. All right? Excuse me while I pat myself down. Is anybody else sweating out here like me? Not that it takes much, but there's that. All right, so we're gonna start with the paso de son step. You can do your arms however you like that I showed you. All right, so you can do the placement, bum, 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 or you can do the sweep, 8. Now notice, let me say this really quick. When I do the sweep, my torso twists with my arm. So it doesn't have to be so exaggerated. It doesn't have to quite be that sharp, but just know that your torso is rotating as you're doing the step. So that's different. That's why I said it's different than this. See how they look different? It's the same step, but my torso is square to the front. So starting out, we're going to do one paso de son, starting 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do 4 in a 360. So I'm going to, this is my left over here. So I'm doing my paso de sons to my left side. So let me show you. So we're going to do one basic 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm to the back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. To the right, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then ending at forward. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right, let me see the chat. All right, thank you so much. Yes, it is very beautiful. It can range from different tempos. Like there's some really slow songs, and then there's some really fast ones. So it's really lovely. Okay, so let's put that together. So we have one basic to the front and then a 360. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 5 total. If you end up like facing front before I get there, that's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. So just remember it's 5. 8, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so one thing when I was coming up with this routine was, I don't want you to do 2 in one direction, if that makes sense. So 1 here, boom, and now you're turning. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Does that make sense to everybody? Let me just. All right, perfect. All right, let me just check the chat, make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, perfect. So, all right, moving on. So we have our 360. Then we're going to do one tumbao step, just regular. So we said we did our last step. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Tumbao. Forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna do one basic, one fancy, and then one basic tumbao. Okay. So the second tumbao, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna add a hook turn. 6, 7, 8. So let me show that again. So you're gonna do kind of like half of a tumbao. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you're gonna place your right behind your left. So 2, 3, 4, and then right behind left. 6, 7, 8. It's better if you keep your feet kind of close together rather than trying to be doing it wide. Closer is a little bit better. Doesn't have to be like, ideally you would want them to be like really tight. I don't know if you can see that. But to make it more comfortable and more easier to do, you can actually just put a little space. And I actually, depending on the surface that I'm dancing on, depending on the shoes I'm wearing, I might just step through it. 6, 7, 8. So I just step through it, right? So that'll make it also easier. So we're gonna do one tumbao after that. So let me show that part. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. One basic. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Hook, turn, turn. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's do that much. I'm gonna do it this way. All right. So remember, we have one basic to the front, and then 4 in the 360. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Tumbao. 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Tumbao. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That's where we stop. Okay. All right. So from there, so we said 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. What I want you to do on 8, after the third tumbao, is I want you to step to the side on your right on 8, not forward. Okay. So we said 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay. That's going to lead into our sidewalk. So you probably said, oh, I see where this is going. 8, and then you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to drop on 6. So let me show that again. All right, so 2, 3, 4, drop, 7, 8, and then to the other side, which would be your left. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Drop on 2, and then you're going to double tap. 6, 7, 8. So you're going to end with a double tap. 6, 7, 8. All right. I will clarify the arm movement too. So it's very simple. Guys are going to hold on to their pant leg. All right. Ladies, you're gonna have your hand on your hip like this, right? Very loosely. It's not going to be like a hand hold like this. It's very loose. 6, 7, 8. Then you're bringing your arm down on 8. Gradually, not a drop. Gradual, right? Okay. Side to side walk, and then, well, I'll show you from the last tumbao, and then I'll show you the sidewalk. Okay. So we said tumbao. All right. 8, 2, 3, 4. Sidewalk. 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, step. Okay. All right. So when you do the tap, 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 step. All right. So we have walks that we do in Cuban dance that could follow after that, and that's where that pose comes from, if you will. Okay. So let's do that much up to that point, up to the double tap. All right. So starting with our paso de son. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Tumbao. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Hook turn. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Tumbao into a sidewalk. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Drop on 6. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. All right. So remember now, you gotta think, and I almost made this mistake just now. When you come up, 2, 3, 4, you have to bring your feet basically neutral. 6, 7, 8. Otherwise, that double tap is not gonna happen. Because I almost just about tripped on my feet there, right? 2, 3, neutral. 6, 7, 8. All right. So, or for a guy styling, 6, 7, 8. Closed fist here, or just like a loose hand, but it's not going to be as pronounced as the ladies. Ladies are going to be 6, 7, 8. Okay. After that, we have our 2 taps. So we said 6, 7, 8. We're going to do one basic here. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and then we're going to do a rombo. We're actually going to do 2 and then end on the second one. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Then on the second one is going to be the end. 2, 3, slide. 6, 7, 8. So let me explain that in words, okay? So it's going to be a half of a rombo, 2, 3, slide, right? And then you're going to do a basic. A second half of a paso de son. 6, 7, pose. And that's going to be the end, right? So we're adding a little bit of emphasis to the rombo step. So normally you would, boom, 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 and go back to son. 8, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. So here we're adding that sliding. So just to give it a little bit more emphasis, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, or no, that's not right. 2, 3, slide. 6, 7, pose. All right. Let me say a quick note about the styling in this. So again, it's a very simple, very elegant dance. There's not a whole lot of this. It's not here, boom, boom, boom. I mean, I've seen that, and that's not my favorite. I think song is a lot more beautiful when it's subtle. I don't want you to get in the habit of doing this because that's jerky, right? It's not very graceful. All right, now even if you're dancing to a relatively fast song, what you would do is make your footwork smaller. You wouldn't necessarily emphasize, bah, 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 bah. You don't want to get into this cranking motion either. That's when you're dancing more in partnership. But even if you're just doing footwork, you want to keep it very graceful. I don't actually pick up my feet a lot when I do these, right? There's only very, very slight picking it up just enough to get it off the ground. You don't want to start picking up your knees or anything like that. Also, son is very much emphasizing the torso movement. So remember in the warm-up, we did the torso isolations. Boom, bum, bum, boom, bum, bum, boom. It's all here. It's not shoulders, right? It's torso, boom, boom. And your torso drives your hips. And the last thing is when you've noticed that my knees are never straight, right? My knees are always bent and my torso is actually a little bit forward. Hard to see that from the front. So when I do the son step, I'm a little bit forward. My feet or my knees never come straight. So just to make that clear, right? So it makes it easier to do the steps so that way you're not inclined to do this. Bum, bum, bum. You don't want to do that. It doesn't look as graceful. There's like a slight bounce. You don't want to be like, and it's not this. That is a different dance. And I've seen people do that too. It's not bouncy like that. There's just a little give and take in the knees. Cubans call that molleo. So that means spring. So there's a little bit of spring. We talk about this a lot in rumba, which is a different dance. But even in song, you want to keep your knees loose and always slightly bent. Okay? So all of that, let's get back to our routine, right? Let's see. So we have, I'll do it once more forward, and then I'll do it once going back. I'm just gonna go right through. I'm not gonna really stop as much, okay? So starting with our first paso de son. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, slide, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So if you're having trouble, I wanted to make sure the double tap 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. That is a very quick transaction, right? I'll be honest, it's hard to like count and make sure it's done right at the same time. I'm trying to put my mind in 2 different places. So yeah, so just make sure 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. And then basic. That's what I forgot. So double tap 6, 7, 8. A basic here for then rumble. I apologize for that. 6, 7, 8. So this way, right? So starting with our paso de son to the front. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Basic here. Rumble next. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, slide. 6, 7, 8. All right. You want to make your pose so that if somebody were to just freeze it, ah. So little quirky thing about me, I'm really particular about when people take pictures and stuff like that, because I have to remember not to like how my lines look and how my facial expression looks. So when I dance, if you see me on social media dancing, sometimes I look very like serious, like, I have to get this right. Boom, boom, boom. So I have to remember facial expression will translate to your body too. So if you're like all tense, it will show in the rest of your steps, okay? So that's just something I've been, becoming more self-aware as time goes on. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, we're going to do it to music. Before I start, does anybody have any questions? Let me see. Oh, thank you. I will type in my email address after the class is done. So yes, I'm still sweating. Okay, I'm just checking the chat here, making sure no one has any questions. All right. Hey, it gets hot. I have the air on, but it's hot. Okay. All right. So now with music. Okay. If you can't hear, just please let me know so I can either turn it up or make it closer or whatever. So that way you can hear the music clearly. All righty. Here we go. Music. Oh, it's been soft? Okay. I will turn it up. Let me just go ahead. If you can't hear my voice, I will try to project over top of it. But for a lot of it, I'm going to try to not count as much so that you can get a feel for the moves. Okay. So here's the music. All right. So can everybody hear that? Okay. I'm going to get back to my screen. There we go. So with like this. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, everybody got that? All right, so our repeat. All right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 5. Hook turn. 4. Sidewise. 5. 2, 3, 4. Down and up. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4. Tap, tap, step. Basic. Rumble. 4, 7, 8. And slide. 6, 7, hold. All right. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to do it forward, facing this way. So you can see more of the style. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Let's try. Cycle. So what I want to do is continue on. Let's do it more than once. More than one iteration. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. A couple basics in between. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Forward back. Short turn. Sidewalk. Rumble. Slide. Stop. Basic. We use some basic arm variations. Up. Slide. Forward and back. All right. So that was, let me give me 1 second. So that was kind of like a medium tempo song. So remember I said earlier that you can have a few different tempos, varying tempos. So for the last few minutes, we're gonna do a little bit of a faster song, okay? One of my favorite songs. Could everybody hear the music just fine? I just wanna make sure on Instagram, everybody's good to go. So we'll do a slightly faster song. Even the song we warmed up to was kind of like on the faster side, okay? All right. So we're also going to put some basics in between, so that way it's not, you have some space to kind of catch your breath a little bit, right? And then I'll let you know when we're starting again. Okay, so we're starting here. Voy a sacar la licencia para ser 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Voy a hacerlo con paciencia para que no sea un 4, 6, 7, 8. 4, 6, 7, 8. So let me stop here for a minute. So the first half of the song, we're gonna just learn a couple of basics, okay? All right. This is when the song kind of working up to this beat tempo, okay? So starting again. All right. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 360. 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4 and back. 2, 3, 4. Hook turn. Sidewalk. Que no te muerda el aroma de esa manzana. Double tap. No dejes que te consuma la competencia. With the slide. Y a tu timbirichito pero con paciencia. And then turn to the back. Con paciencia. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 360. Wow. Hook turn. Sidewalk. No es malo tener dinero, hace falta para vivir, pero cuida que el dinero no se haga dueño de ti. El sueldo de los cubanos ya se sabe que no alcanza. Han cifrado su esperanza. Su esperanza. Sorry, again. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Hook turn. Cubano, abre tus puertas y tus ventanas. Que no te muerda el aroma de esa manzana. Double tap. No dejes que te consuma la competencia. With a slide. Pero con paciencia. Con paciencia. All right. Cubano, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 3, 6. No te olvides que un buen día naciste sin timbirichi. Sin timbirichi. No olvides al barrendero, al maestro, al doctor, por un poco de dinero, unas botas de creador y un timbirichi. Ay, mamá. We're gonna get a little bit faster. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Slide. Taking what you already know, adding to the top. Alrighty. Okay. So as you can probably guess, in Cuban dance, well, Latin dance in general, but in Cuban dance, styling is everything. Styling will literally make a really boring step or really uneventful steps, if you will, look amazing, like the best thing you've ever seen in your life. So always remember, if you're someone who's a Latin dance enthusiast, always remember that you don't have to be that advanced to look good when you're dancing. Okay, people tend to get it in their heads. You have to be this super advanced dancer and know all these things, but really, what makes a dance really good, whether it's just footwork like we're doing or partner work, is the styling, the aesthetic that you're creating. Did we do anything that was overly complicated? Not really. What made it look amazing was the styling. Hips, torso, shoulders. All right, you can even add a little bit of a shoulder shimmy in there if you like, if you're feeling, feeling fancy, right? So that's how you make a simple, rather uncomplicated dance look like the most amazing dance you've ever done in your life. So thank you guys so much for having me for Son Cubano. Hopefully I'll be doing a class like this. This is my third collaboration with the county. So hey, I'm so excited that you guys are bringing me back, and I hope to do more in the future. And I thank you guys so much for joining me on a Saturday morning. Luckily, it's very sunny outside. It hasn't been very sunny in Maryland, DC area lately. So thank you so much for waking up and joining me on a Saturday morning. And I hope to see you guys. Oh, follow me on Moving Rhythms, RHYTHMS LLC, right? So that's the same on Facebook and Instagram. Let me go and read the chat. Oh, thank you guys so much. Oh my gosh. So grateful for you guys joining me. I know I'm like over here sweating, it is what it is. So let me just make sure, if anybody wants this playlist, real quick, I'm going to copy the link. And here it is in Spotify. I can't really do that on Instagram, but it's gonna be PGAHC ArtMoves 25 July, JUL. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at Moving Rhythms LLC or info at movingrhythmsllc.com. All right. Thank you guys.